talking about why document your learning in the first place in this episode. Here we go. All right, so a little bit shorter of a video today. My name is Brian Seppi. I'm documenting my thinking, my learning, my journey all the way up to a fitness marathon in May. But I am going to document some other things too in my learning journey and how I am developing. Having said that, I just checked in on the Austin Marathon, and I wanted to check in on two people's progress who I follow and have been very inspirational for me on YouTube and their journeys, which is John, he's at Chasing Majors, and Nick Bear for BPN and his channel. And it got me thinking, checking in sort of like, and they're doing really well. And I hope they finish with their goals in mind. I hope they do wonderful things and get everything they're looking for. But it got me thinking about why document in the first place. And I think the power in documenting my learning and my thinking and anybody who's doing this and sort of tracking it is one, the accountability piece of it, right? The idea of posting every day, the idea of posting the things that you're learning about, I think help the community at large benefit. People are learning out loud, therefore people are learning with you as you're learning out loud. And I think that's a powerful thing. Having said that, the second thing that I think is great is it allows you to be creative. You're putting your sort of creative stamp into the world, and we all have that internally. Whether you're creating art, you're creating, plans, you're creating something, on the music end of things. The idea of creating allows you to push ideas out and allows a flood of ideas to come in, right? So you're sort of generating more as a result of pushing more out. And I think it's a powerful tool, and I want to continue to harness that for life. And the final thing is this, is the ability to look back and reflect on all of this is going to be a powerful learning tool for me in the future too, and for my kids, hopefully. I hope my kids will someday sort of tune into these episodes, watch them. It's out there, it's live. It's something they can look back on and figure out what it took to get to some place, some goal someday. So again, it's accountability, it's creativity, and I think the final thing is it's reflection and sort of the documentation of your learning. So that's what I have. Going to get out there on this little recovery run for right now, and I'll catch you on the post run. Well, the driveway isn't quite clear yet, but it's getting there. Good run, recovery run. I thought just to shake the legs out, I'll put the run details here. And again, not bad. I think the whole purpose is to get the blood moving, get the volume on the legs. Certainly after running yesterday's 13, which again, I will say, I'm sorry that I didn't have the splits for that. For whatever reason, it loaded the total miles on Strava, but it didn't collect the splits or my map. Bizarre. So I have sort of reported a problem with them, and we'll see if it gets fixed. But nonetheless, got out there today, 6 miles. I just wanted to return to the idea of documenting. I think the idea of documenting for me is the idea of, again, the accountability piece, the creation piece, and the reflection piece. And I'll say a little bit more about creating and reflecting. I think when I'm creating, if this is the sort of growth and evolution that I've had with creating to this point, I'm curious to see sort of where it goes. When I first started this, I was hesitant. I didn't want to jump in. I was pushed by a colleague to continue to document as a way of growth and development. And to this point, I feel like I have grown both creatively and obviously on the path for fitness too. So I feel like it's an interesting tool to kind of document as a way of creation and growth. And then I'll say the reflection part of things, it allows you to look sort of back at things, look at your current circumstances and what you're on about in that day, and then look ahead to where you might be when you're documenting things like this. So I will continue to document all the way up into the marathon. If you're finding value here, by all means, leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on documenting your own learning. Have you tried something like this? Again, rather than me going into the idea of like post-production of videos, I am literally documenting, spending 4 minutes, getting it ready, and then shipping it out. So there's no sort of like, I'll work on this later and do some post editing. It's real time work. So yeah, if you're finding value, by all means, give me a subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching.